Hello everyone, today I'm going to share with you about my recovery process from Anhedonia. First of all, I would like to share with you what is Anhedonia. Anhedonia is when we cannot feel the pleasure of doing something that we love. Take myself as an example. I don't feel like singing and I just don't want to edit videos. The first time when I realized that I am struggling from Anhedonia is the first week of my Red Couch Challenge. That was maybe around July 17. And the time when I realized that I'm fully recovered was yesterday. When I was doing my editing, I was so amazed with my own work and I thought people is going to like my work. And the video that I'm doing right now is very spontaneous. I structure it 5 minutes before I record it and straight away I plug my mic into my camera and I start recording. So I actually took 2 months to recover and I want to share my journey with you in case you are also experiencing the feeling of no mood, you didn't want to do anything, or maybe you are not experiencing anhedonia but you just have no mood to do things sometimes. So I hope this video can give you some ideas to cope with situations like this. Alright, so back to the context that I want to share with you. The time when I realized that I am experiencing anhedonia was the first week of Red Couch Challenge. I have prepared that challenge for a few months, I think, starting from May. And it took me 2 months to start from scratch until the launching period, until the events happening. And that is a lot of work because I have to write posts, emails, I have to structure the videos, write the descriptions, and then check the spelling. And then I am very excited to get the response from my audience. And as I've mentioned to you before in other posts on Facebook, where waiting is the hardest period for me because it's so uncertain. I don't know what's going to happen because I put in so much effort. Maybe nothing could happen, you know. So many thoughts coming into my mind. Some are very scary. Mostly are scary. That's why. For example, Facebook paid advertisements. I'm not sure if I'm just burning money or is it going to bring me the actual results. So my worry is there. And while I was experiencing so much worry, I tried to relieve this feeling talking to my mom, my aunt, and I think they want to be empathy to me, but what they told me is so clashing with my point of view that I perceive it as a negative advice. All sorts of difficult feelings is building up. So my negative emotion was stacking up because first of all, I was waiting for the result from all my efforts that I have put in. And then secondly, the result is not showing up. The more I didn't see the result, the more information I want to get in to fix my problems, which maybe is not a problem. I just need to wait for things to happen. And that become a cycle. And then I started to freeze. As I've mentioned to you before, where I took my life coaching certificate. Actually, it's far from that. I learned that we have to be able to use language, to use words to organize our emotions, to be able to name our emotion with words, with sentences, like what are we actually feeling now? Because not every emotion can be explained by words. Sometimes we don't know what is the words for our emotions or feelings. Or sometimes it's a few feelings that is mixing together that we didn't know a word that we can name for that emotion. So basically what I'm saying here is to be able to name our emotions and feelings because this helps us to understand ourselves more. I was so struggled and I thought to myself, why? I've already learned all the skills that I can. I already implement all the things that I know. There's nothing more that I can do. And why am I freeze now? Like it shouldn't be because before this I know less, but I'm doing more. But now I know more, but I am freezed. I was freezed, right? What happened to me? And then I started to Google and I said why I feel this. I cannot remember exactly, but I name the symptoms that is happening to me. And surprisingly, I found the word anhedonia. I was like, oh, okay, there's a name for this. And I kept reading a few articles, and then I realized, oh, okay, so the sense of losing pleasure to do something that I like is called Anhedonia. And then I started to go on YouTube and search for some videos done by the clinical psychologist. And I'm going to share the link with you. Check out the link below if you are interested to know more about anhedonia and the recovery process. So this is what I understand and I implement to help myself to recover from anhedonia. The first thing is to first aware that we are experiencing anhedonia, right? When we are aware of it, then we will accept the circumstances or the feelings. We will validate ourselves. Once we validate our feelings, then we will be empathy to ourselves, and then we can start implementing the strategies to recover, which is to start doing the things without needing to feel the pleasure. Because if we are in a normal state where we are not struggling with anhedonia, let's say singing. The reason I like singing is because maybe my audience will feel enjoyable when they hear me sing, or maybe I'm the only person who can produce the most beautiful tone in the room, and before even I sing, I already feel the good feeling of doing that action, which is singing. But when we experience anhedonia, we didn't want to do that action is because we don't even feel good, and then we stop doing things. So the treatment is that you do the things that you like to do. Of course, you don't feel like you want to do, but just do it. And by doing it, you can start to feel, oh, actually, it's quite fun. And from there, we will slowly develop the pleasure, the good feeling. And as time goes by and the good feelings stack up, and that is how we recover. And I'm going to share with you what I did exactly in the past 2 months. So with the idea in mind where I just need to do what I need to do, and I do not need to expect things to turn out perfect or good, because that is not our aim. Our aim is to just do that thing. And then no expectation and let it happen. That time I just received a job to take some photographs for my friends. And I think that was the period when I first discovered about anhedonia. The feeling of my struggle was very messy. I'm not sure externally, but internally I just feel like a ruin. I don't feel collected. It's very messy. And maybe externally also I didn't comb my hair, I didn't wash my face, and I was in my pajamas, and I didn't want to take photos because I have to do some homework before I'm able to take photographs of my friends. And what happened was I just didn't want to watch the video, didn't want to learn anything about taking photographs, but I just got to open one of the videos, just let it play. Okay, just put my phone one side and let the video play itself. And then, okay, good. Okay, the next video. All right, 2 videos is my maximum. I didn't want to do any more, okay? So I just remember whatever I hear from the video, and I set up my studio, and then I didn't even change. I just snap a few photos just to see if the lighting is correct. And then I didn't even want to smile to my camera, but okay, I took a few photos. Oh, okay, looks good. And then I started to find something that I can tweak to make the photographs better. And then I start to maybe smile a little bit and pose a little bit better. And I slowly developed the feeling of pleasure of taking photographs. So that was the starting point of my recovery process. Of course, I was also struggling from, I didn't want to sing. I don't want to open my mouth. I just don't want to do that. And the other thing that I really didn't want to do is to edit video, because, wow, when I look back at the editing process, actually, I sometimes wonder, where did I find the patience to put in the videos and to remove the, editing video is a very, very long process. Edit the video, put them in correct order, and then we have to put in words, effects, sometimes other footages, and then put in the text, and then maybe like and subscribe buttons, like and subscribe words, things like this. There's a lot of details to make a video more presentable. So what I did for singing is, even though I have no mood to sing, I don't want to open my mouth, but I just play the backing track and, okay, I'm just going to do 3 warm-up exercise. The really simple one, okay? So just 3, that's my limit. And then the next day, I just have to continue my effort. Okay, today I'm going to discount, just do maybe 2, and I will learn the new panovka that I'm going to record to take on from where I stopped 3 months ago. And then, okay, so I just sing, whatever. I just record myself. First time, okay, maybe listen a little bit, see how it goes. Oh, okay, maybe we can tweak this and this and this. And then I practice around 1 to 3 times. Okay, that's it. I don't want to continue anymore. After a few weeks of practice, then I thought maybe I can come up with a tutorial videos, and I just plug in my phone. I will just say whatever I want to say, and that's it. I just record it. I don't care. No need to be good, no need to be in structure, right? And after the tutorial video, I started to record my new panovka. It is quite simple because the layout is only 3 screens, right? And the video is only like within 2 minutes. Is a very simple video to edit. So, okay, I'm able to enjoy the speed of doing of editing. And recently, I am busy with my challenge that's going to happen in November, and so I also started to edit some more complicated videos with more complicated structure. And I find myself saying, oh my God, this is so good. I think people's going to like it. And from that point, I realized I am fully recovered. So I also note down what I did to get back to my normal state. I think many people online also shared about how to relax from preventing burnout. And I also come up with my own strategy. So I name my strategy as 刻意休息. I'm going to share with you in another video. Even when we are doing 刻意休息, 刻意 means purposely, 休息 means take a rest. Even we purposely not doing anything is also something that we do. For example, sleeping. Even sleeping is like you don't do anything, you just sleep. But that is a proactive action to recharge. Now, I want to make a conclusion for what we are discussing here about recovery from anhedonia. And the first thing that I want to share with you is CBT, Cognitive Behavior Therapy. It is a very useful tool that helped me even when I was not experiencing anhedonia. It is important to measure our progress based on our behavior in order to help us to achieve long-term or medium-term or short-term goals. So while I was recovering from anhedonia, I also continue with a course CBT, which is the Cognitive Behavior Therapy, and I'm just learning the course to help myself and also help my future clients. And I probably is going to apply that and help my vocal student in their singing journey. And way before I know about anhedonia and cognitive behavior therapy, I also learned this idea from one of the business coach, where he said that we have to write down SOPs, the procedures of, let's say, making videos or preparing an online course. We have to write down the SOPs. That is going to be a system for our next project. So sometimes we don't have mood, but we have system. Or maybe one of the crew from the company stopped working with us and nobody is going to know how to run the process. But when we have the procedures, when we have a system, then we can hire somebody else to run the system for us. I think that is closely related to CBT. And the last piece of advice that I want to share with you and my future self is that when you do, you believe. So do something that you want yourself to believe. That is all that I want to share with you today, and I hope to see you in the next video.